At the southern tip of the Chesapeake Bay, EA Sports brings you coverage of the National Football League from Virginia Beach here in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Seahawks of Virginia Beach. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Oh, there's a big hit right away as he's knocked down hard on the opening kickoff.
When you're on the road, the last thing you want to do is make a mistake that brings the crowd into it. Now you're not just battling your opponent, you're battling yourself as well.
And they'll come out with a three tight end look on the first play of the drive. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Early down steps will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun on third down, Robinson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was the first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And just another 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Ready, set. 60
Richardson looking to throw this. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Second down and 3. Quick throw completed by Richardson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 23 yards the pickup there.
That's good. Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. After running it, now Richardson will throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Now a 2nd and 10. Again, it's Richardson. And he's got the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much. Touchdown, Carolina! Marvin Harrison Jr., 76 yards. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's the game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time I look at repeat on Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Seahawks at 9-3 here on the year, and they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl front runners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up giving this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Richardson looking to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Well, the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They'll run. H.A. Well, he stopped immediately there. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Richardson completes a quick one out wide. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. With his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
Looking to throw. Robinson. Off the screen pass. It's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. We talk about this Seahawks defense against the pass. Just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
It's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test, going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Robinson. Finding Walker, complete. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 46 yards. And the Panthers are an extra point away from drawing level.
When we draw defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. The extra point up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball. I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Richardson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Up the middle, Achane. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
That's a love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Touchdown! From 13 yards out. And the Seahawks have moved out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And a push forward to the 37, gain of 2. Here now, 3rd down and 8. Looking to throw. Robertson. Now they go straight. It's complete. And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Guys, man complete over the middle. It's Walker. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get it.
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down. Robertson. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
inside the 40. A nice throw there by the rookie from Wisconsin. They've got a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From the gun, a give to Brown. A strong line. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Options galore here. Second and a few inches.
It's second and inches.
Right back to Brown. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. Fourth down straight ahead. Back to throw. Robertson. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
It's a turnover on down.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is second and 6. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
19 tight. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Buffalo 18. Find it. Left it. Trap 60. Trap 60.
Now it's Richardson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on first and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now Richardson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Richardson out of the shotgun. Now we'll tuck this and run. He's got a man. Complete. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So the illegal forward pass also cost him a down, and now it's second and long. Here Richardson yet again. Well, it is incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in his first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. Here's Richardson to throw. First mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Panthers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching their bit from their coachings?
And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in the first half.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And Richardson looks to throw once more. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Richardson working from the gun. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 of the 12. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
Let's go. Dragon 6, 79 Broncos. Go.
To throw again on second down. Richardson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. this out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try to get back to where you were to start the half.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Here's the Panthers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Good coverage there, holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you score once, you feel like you can get out there and get it done again. No matter what the defense throws at them, they feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks had 6 to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Inside the 20. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
From the shotgun, Richardson. Looking well, that's complete. The broken tackle cannot free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
2nd and 9 at the 10-yard line.
Looking to throw. Richardson. Let's swing this out wide. Here's Ochoa. And he takes a pop at the end of that one. It'll be a gain of about 4.
Brandon, you know, this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Seahawks get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
And he's got it. End zone for the Seahawks. Touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he'll get this out to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Robertson. Over the middle, complete. It's Harrison. And he'll be taken down from that before he gets into enemy territory. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Robertson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. There's Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. But you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And they'll get this to the 32.
It's a pickup of 3.
2nd and 7. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. They find some open field here. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Chase Brown, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. The extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but They've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Richardson. He'll dump this off to Achane. And they'll get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 and the Seahawk first.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
65 catch, 65.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you're not both going to just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
A big pickup of 38. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Let's go now. Let's go.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw caught by Achane. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just haven't been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Crossing route and complete. He's got Pitts. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And the Seahawks will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this team continues to stake its claim as Super Bowl favorites. They are now eyeing an 8th straight win as they begin this drive here in the fourth quarter.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
60 Maverick! 60 Maverick! Ready?
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to try and go deep again. To the sideline, intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Panthers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Here's 2nd and 10. This is Brown going up the middle. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 126 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Looking to throw. Robertson. And now here's another interception. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
At the 47-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first.
That's good for the Seahawks. First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Come 19. 19 tight. Mustang 19.
Richardson looking to throw this. Wide open receiver complete. He will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Richardson looking to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
73. Panthers 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation